Hey everybody, welcome back. So I got this comment on one of my videos and it's a reply to somebody else's comment. Long story short, I just wanted to get on here and maybe point out a few things that wasn't taken into consideration or shed some light on what happens in the background for how we get our prices. Not just for us, but other stores do this as well. All right, so the topic at hand are these mystery dice pouches. What comes inside of them are a bag, right? You get a bag, you get some dice, and you get a metal coin. Okay, each one has something different in it. As you can tell here, two different coins. They're really cool. I like them. And then a set of dice. Well, that's good and all, but why is it 20 bucks at MSRP for one of these bags when a set of dice like this you can get at your local hobby shop for about anywhere from $5 to $10? So if we take that into account, we've got a $5 bag of dice that has a coin and a pouch for, I guess they're charging an extra 10 bucks. Well, yes and no. It's not so much that the price has gone up just because of these coins by $10. There's other factors that you have to take into account. Hasbro and their inflation and whatever's going on with that, I have no comment on. However, I am going to comment on some of the expenses you may not have taken into consideration. Like most people, when you go out buying things, you don't take these things into consideration for the business owner. From a business owner's point of view, there are added costs that we need to make sure that as we sell, we're still turning a profit. Now, here at Recharge, our goal is $1 per item in profit. I'm going to go over some of the math. If you want to stick around for that, great. If you want to skip to the end, you can. But for the long and short of it, there are some business expenses that have to be added into all of our product in order to actually operate. So kind of like the behind the scenes thing. So if that's what you wanted for the answer, go ahead and keep scrolling. But if you want the more detailed explanation of it, stay tuned, because that's what we're going to get into next. A little bit of math. Sorry, I'll do all the math for you, so don't worry. Anyway, let's go over to the table again. Okay, so here we are. As you can tell, the thing we're talking about specifically is this one item. And this applies to any and all items that you buy at any retail shop. But this is the one we're talking about. This is my cost for that one bag is $10.32. So we're already starting off at $10.32 for me to buy it in order to resell it. I have to have a website. Well, that website costs me about $24 a month. So we have to tack on about 24 cents. Now, by the way, before I forget, this is if we sold 100 of these. So our monthly goal would be to sell 100 of those items for this example, okay? So at $10.32, we've already tacked on 24 cents for selling 100 items on our website. Mind you, I got to pay $24 for that website no matter what, whether it sells anything or not. So we tack on 24 cents here. Boxes and material, well, those aren't cheap, right? I got to have 100 boxes to ship out 100 items if they're individual. If I can send 2 in a box, then it's less, but the shipping cost goes up. But either way, we got about $1.50 for that. Well, I got to have the electrical bill to pay for the computer that I use or getting on TikTok or any of that, right? I got to charge my phone. So there's a cost there. Mind you, we're an at-home store where I have an office that I've built in the backyard, and so costs are pretty cheap. So this cost changes when you have a brick and mortar. So for us, it would be about 15 cents a product, which isn't that much, but all this stacks up. We pay $80 a month in internet, which means that we would have about 80 cents. Now, mind you, this is example numbers. These aren't 100% correct. And then we have equipment. Well, depending on the type of equipment you need, maybe you need a printer. You need the sticky labels to put on the box so that you can ship out with a shipping label. You know, the material cost for all that. So we're going to add 25 cents for the equipment. Now, you need to do advertising, right? You need to make videos and other things like that. And if you want to boost your videos so that other people see them, for us, we pay about $100 a month in ads just so somebody can find who we are and what we're doing. The more people who know about you, the better your chances are selling. And the more you sell, the lower your prices technically could get. Now, that being said, the more you buy, the higher your price goes. So it all fluctuates. But that makes it $1 every item. Okay? And then we have profit, or, me trading my time to post all of this and things like that. So I still have to make a profit at the end of the day. But like I said, our goal per item is $1. Okay? It may not sound like much to you, but to us, we think it's a perfect number. Now, shipping, not for you, for me, to get from the distributor. Because we live in a residential area, we actually have to pay more in shipping and handling. So we're going to chalk this up to about 15 cents because this fluctuates based on how much is shipping out and all this. And anyway, long story short, we're going to put 15 cents. Then we have listing fees. TikTok charges us for products that we have on the TikTok shop, and their price is 6%. So, but the only way to get this is to tack on tax and shipping to this entire cost, and then you can do your 6% because they do it based off of the entire total of the sales. That includes the taxes and the shipping, which to me doesn't make sense and it's a little ridiculous, but I digress. So already we are at $14.41 just for that one item, just for this little cute bag of dice. Now, mind you, for everybody who buys this, the experience of opening it, especially if you opened it with friends and you got something cool, that experience to me is worth the money. However, if you're just looking for a set of dice, this may not be the route you want to go. You might want to just stick with one of these, right? You get to pick your cool color and you get it for half the price. Now, that being said, as far as your cost, right? These are all my cost before I can even list the dang thing. Your cost tax on shipping and taxes, right? Your shipping on average is about $5.99. Your taxes for California is 25, 725, something like that. Anyway, so let's just say that's $1.04 in California for tax for the total so far, right? Because we're charging this price, the $14.41. You tack on your shipping, and then the total price you get your tax on, $21.44. That's your grand total basically for everything. So what cost me $10 because of all the added expense, by the end of the day, you paid $21.44 to get it shipped to you. Now, I understand that TikTok does free shipping and some sellers do free shipping, but small businesses can't afford to do things like that where they just take off the shipping and pay for it. Unless they tack it onto the price. Because if I added that $5 here, essentially it's $20. Or in my case, $19.99, because that makes more sense value-wise than $20. I don't understand the psychology behind if I put $20, people won't buy, but if I put $19.99, people think it's a great price. Now, that's based off of your opinion, right? If you have a brick and mortar store, we got to add more. Rent, higher electrical, insurance, which we have insurance too, but it's for different reasons. Your insurance might not actually be that. This is just an example. The trash to be picked up, the water that you use for the bathroom, your facilities, or if you do coffee or any kind of food stuff, you got to add that in. More equipment, making coffee, having gondolas or other displays, that's a big expense right there. And everything else that you want to add to it. I know this is a long video, and I'm sorry. And this video is not made to attack anybody. This is just to shed some light on some of the expenses that you have to take into account as a business owner that you might not. Anyway, have a good one, guys, and take care. Thanks for watching.